I'm at my Better Brain Zoom party. We're going to talk about, the topic is love your brain, okay? Because this is the month of February. We're talking about loving your brain, and engagement is one of the 5 keys that I talk about for better brain health. So that's what we talk about today. But on the Zoom party, I'm going to be talking about the other 4. So I'm going to do all 5 of the keys to help and give you some free tips on how you can not only engage your brain, but also how you can work with nutrition and exercise and de-stressing and sleep. Okay. All those areas. Okay. So if you would like to come to it, the schedule is on my website, keepyourbrainsharp.com. If you go to keepyourbrainsharp.com, I think it's right there on that front page. It'll say Love Your Brain Zoom Party, and you can check and register for that. It's free. Hope to see you there. How much exercise are you giving your brain? Hi. I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. As a wellness coach for over 12 years, exercise, well, that's one of my things, because every organ in your body can benefit from you exercising, including your brain. Now, did you catch my last video? I did a video a few days ago, and it was about finger exercises. So those are really not too physical, not too strenuous type of exercise that you can do that can help stimulate your brain. So if you missed that video, go back and catch it. It's on my YouTube channel, Keep Your Brain Sharp. It's also on my Facebook page. You can go and find that video and take a look at that. But today I wanted to talk about engagement to stimulate better cognitive functioning. Finger exercises is one of them, but there's a lot of different options, ways you can stimulate your brain so that you can get a mental workout. Okay. We all know about some of those traditional type of things you do. People talk about crossword puzzles, word search, jigsaw puzzles. We know those kinds of things traditionally people do as they get older to try to keep their brain stimulated, and that's all well and good. But here's the deal. Everybody don't like crossword puzzles, and everybody does not like jigsaw puzzles or word searches or those kind of things. And so everyone's not going to do that. But here's the good news. You have lots of other options. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. The other options that you can have besides just those traditional ones that you hear about all the time. Because guess what? Your brain thrives on variety. So even if you do like to do crossword puzzles, which I happen to like to do, and jigsaw puzzles and that kind of thing, even if you do like to do that, that shouldn't be the only thing you do or the thing that you do all the time, because anything that becomes routine to your brain, where your brain can just go on autopilot or do something automatically without hardly thinking, that is not giving your brain the stimulation that it needs, okay? It's not as beneficial as if you did some things that are different. Your brain loves discovery. It loves problem solving. It loves new things. And so you really need a toolbox of things. And the finger exercises we talked about is one thing you can put in your toolbox, but there's a lot of other things. So the thing is to know what all your options are. At least I know a lot of options so that you can switch it up and mix it up so that your brain is always getting something different, okay? And that is how you stimulate it the best. And that's how you delay natural aging and cognitive functioning, those kind of things, impairment. That's your best bet, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Let's get started with what some of those things are. Let's start with games, okay? We'll start with games. And you know, there's different kinds of games you can play. There's card games, there's different board games. I love to play different board games with my grandkids, especially mystery solving or problem solving types of games like Clue. You guys remember back in the day, okay, Clue is still out there, guys. It's still a fun game, and it gets your thinking processes flowing, okay? So different board games, card games. You also can have those brain app games if you want those, brain games that's on your phone or whatever. You want to do that, you can do that as well. different memory games. You guys remember Simon? I meant to bring my little Simon thing because I have one, guys. Okay, that's Simon, that's visual and auditory stimulus machine where it has a pattern. So different pattern type games, those kinds of things. And mix that thing up. Don't always do just the same thing. Mix it up. That is giving your brain a plethora of different stimulations. Okay, so that's what you want to do with that. Also, coordination games. And of course, you can do old ones that you know, like the beanbag toss. Have you tried juggling? Guys, it is so much fun. You can go, I like to go, I have a grapefruit tree back in the backyard. We have a grapefruit tree, so I can use some of those grapefruits and I can juggle grapefruits. You can juggle boiled eggs. You don't have to buy, the juggling set necessarily. Just practice doing that. It is fun and it's also a little bit of a workout, but it's fun too and it's stimulating for your brain. Jacks. I've tried to play jacks with my grandkids. They are not, it is definitely stimulating for their brain when they tried that because that hand coordination thing they was not getting. And I was just laughing because you know how good we used to be at doing jacks, okay? Marbles, those kinds of things are all coordination types of things. Darts, I don't even know if they still have horseshoes, but those, any type of thing where you're doing coordinating with your eye hand or with your foot hand is great stimulation for your brain, and it's also a lot of fun. It can also be a social activity, or you can do it by yourself. Okay, so we're talking about games. Get into doing different kinds of games. Then what? And also puzzles. Yes. Do your word search if you like that kind of thing. Do your crossword puzzles if you like that kind of thing. Do your jigsaw puzzles if you like that kind of thing. Do your number puzzles like Sudoku if you like Sudoku. If you like that kind of thing, okay? Because that's good, but just don't only do that. I see people, they tell me, yeah, I do crossword puzzles. Okay, but if you do crossword puzzles all of your life, you need to mix that in with some other stuff because that's getting too automatic for your brain, okay? I mean, it's good, but try some other things as well, okay? So we have games, we have puzzles, new skills. You always hear about being a lifetime learner, right? Yeah, being a lifetime learner, learn to do new things. So we're talking a new language. Woohoo! That's challenging as you get older. A new language. We're talking, it can be sign language. It doesn't have to actually be, verbal language, but any kind of language. It can be Braille. It can be anything that's a language type of system that you want to learn, okay? So new languages. Playing an instrument, and it doesn't have to be something really complicated. It doesn't have to be learning how to play the piano necessarily. There's all kind of simple little instruments that you can play. The recorder, the little bells. Have you done what is that called? When you do the little synchronized bells, for the music and stuff, triangle. There's, they tell me harmonica is a simple instrument. I don't know, but you can try, guys. Try new things. So learning how to play an instrument is something you might want to do. Okay, any type of new skill, any kind of stitchery. I just showed you guys the video that I made with my friend, and she was crocheting this beautiful blanket, and she found the directions on YouTube. Okay, so you can learn, and that's how she learned how to do it. So you can find any kind of stitchery, embroidery, crochet, whatever you want to do, a new skill. Okay, you also can do dancing. Okay, line dancing is excellent. Okay, square dancing, which my husband can't stand, but still, I used to do square dancing. I remember square dancing when I was in elementary school. It was kind of fun, guys. But, do you, or whatever kind of dancing that you might want to learn to do, Zumba, whatever, do something new. Do you? Okay, my friend was telling me about some of the older residents where at this facility they do a happy feet class, okay, where they're doing music and dance. Something new, something innovative, something great, okay? Learn a new skill. Photography, whoa, new skills, okay? Even Tai Chi. If you don't want to dance per se, you can do those with this. Excellent for your breathing, excellent for your motion, for your balance and stuff. A new skill. Try something new, okay? Hobbies. That gets me into hobbies. And so hobbies is another great thing you could do. And that can look different ways for different people. It's not all about having a collection of something, although you can have a rock collection or a coin collection or a stamp collection or whatever kind of thing. If you're into that thing, okay, you can do that, a collection of things, but you can also do any types of arts and crafts that you like. My other girlfriend was just telling me about the coloring books that she got, and she likes to sit there and do that. Any type of thing that's going to get your mind stimulated and have you make choices and discovery and problem solving and repetition, all those kind of things are good stimulating for your brain. Also, outdoor activities like hiking, okay, walking on trails or biking on trails or nature walks or whatever, or traveling. Traveling is now also an excellent hobby to have because you are stimulating your brain in so many ways with the cuisine that you're eating in different places, with the culture, with the landscape, with the, the language, there's so much involved with that. So traveling is excellent for brain stimulation, and you can go so many different places and do so many different things. So that's excellent. But remember back in the day where they did scrapbooking? Yeah, one time that was really the thing that we were doing for our grandkids and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if it's still a thing, but it's a thing you can get into if that's something that you like, okay? Scrapbooking, and also even small businesses. When people get older, we get retired, something you may want to think about having a small business. If it's a networking thing or whatever, or marketing, whatever it is, you might want to do the jewelry thing or the makeup thing, or the nutritional things, whatever it is that excites you, that will get you involved. Social involvement with people, learning new things, discovering new things, venturing out, all that thing is great for your brain. And it may or may not make a lot of money, but it's going to give you dividends in your brain stimulation. Okay, so that's also something. Music, meditation, those two things that are proven to benefit your brain and be helpful. Okay, with the music, it changes your mood. It brings that good, warm memories. Okay, there's a lot of advantages to that. Get you into that rest and digest state, as does meditation, when also with your breathing and your focus. There's so many good advantages of doing music and doing meditation. Also, visualizing. Visualizing is being shown to be a good brain stimulator and a bit good for your cognitive functioning. And athletes do that all the time, guys. They see themselves winning the game. They see themselves being the Olympic gold medalist. They visualize. Some people call it daydreaming, whatever you want to call it, where you're forming images in your brain that is actually stimulating for your brain. Okay. Also, volunteering. When you volunteer and you pay it forward, you help, you teach, you tutor, you do a kind act. Those kind of things are also getting your brain moving and in motion and benefiting and stimulating and new brains. All those good things, guys. Those are so many things. There's so many different things that you can do to engage your brain besides just the 2 or 3 that we always associate with people as they get older. So that's why I want you to venture out and try different things. And just because you don't like 2 or 3 things, there's, like I said, there's a plethora of other things that you can get into. And a lot of it are things that you used to do back in the day. I used to do this. I used to do that. I stopped doing that. You might want to try picking that up again. All right. And so I want to make sure you knew that. Now, next week, I'm at my Better Brain Zoom party. We're going to talk about, the topic is love your brain, okay? Because this is the month of February. We're talking about loving your brain, and engagement is one of the 5 keys that I talk about for better brain health. So that's what we talk about today. But on the Zoom party, I'm going to be talking about the other 4. So I'm going to do all 5 of the keys to help and give you some free tips on how you can not only engage your brain, but also how you can work with nutrition and exercise and de-stressing and sleep. Okay. All those areas. Okay. So if you would like to come to it, the schedule is on my website, keepyourbrainsharp.com. If you go to keepyourbrainsharp.com, I think it's right there on that front page. It'll say Love Your Brain Zoom Party, and you can check and register for that. It's free. Hope to see you there, because your brain's destiny is in your hands.